Welcome back! Got a fun Halloweeny video again today. It's super fun. Getting so much closer to Halloween now.
Creeping ever closer. Woo-hoo. As you can see, we've got some pumpkins. I wonder what we're going to be doing with these.
We're going to carve these pumpkins out for you, and while we're doing it, we thought we would tell you some spooky stories that have happened to us at work. Because we're in the Grainger market. It's like hundreds and hundreds of years old. Obviously there's a few spooks around, and we've had a little few encounters, so we thought we'd tell you about them while we're making our spooky pumpkin.
How Halloweeny! Yay!
First things first, we're going to clear some space so we don't damage any of these lovely cakes.
Yep.
Right, so we've got everything cleared away. Got my tools.
Got the scoopers.
And a pen. And we've already cut the top off our pumpkins. Just to get us started. Whoops! All that's left to do now is scoop them out.
Scoop them out, the fun bit.
So while we're scooping, we'll oh, just a bit of air. This is obviously so much bigger
rubbish. I'm going to scoop them.
So maybe I'll start, well, I'll lead into your story.
Okay.
So, can you remember, we used to not be in this shop, we used to have a much smaller shop than this. One day, Katie was in on her own in the window, and felt someone slap her on the butt.
Yes, someone touched us up.
In the middle of the day, there was loads of people in the market, like obviously no one in the shop.
No one in the shop.
And yeah, little
yeah, it was a bit
cheeky
creepy.
goals. Give her a little slap on the backside.
Since then, we've done one of those after hours ghost hunt things in the market where we were here from, despite being here from early in the morning till 5 o'clock at work. Anyway, we then decided to come back at 9 o'clock at night and stay till 3 o'clock in the morning. And when we were there, apparently one of the psychics sensed a ghost of a butcher that used to work here who had a bit of a thing for the young ladies. So maybe it was him giving us a bit goose, but who knows? I've got one. It happened literally a few days ago. Last week Kate was off, so I was in the shop all week on my own. And I got bored one of the days. It's really quiet here. It was quite early in the morning still. I finished all my work, and I decided to give the shop a bit of spring clean. Now, you might have noticed, if you come in recently, we do listen to a certain podcast, which is called Real Ghost Stories.
Pumpkin on me neck.
You're so into it. Yeah, we listen to a podcast called Real Ghost Stories Online, which is just kind of
so good.
It's brilliant. It's
anyone that doesn't listen to it, get it on iTunes.
Got it.
Tony Brewski.
It's so much fun. It's just people from all over the world writing or phoning their spooky experiences, and then they talk about it on the show. It's just easy listening. It's really good, especially if you're into like spooky stuff like we are.
Yeah.
So I was just quiet as day listening to that. I thought I'll give the show a bit of spring clean. So I pulled out our shelving unit, which we've got back there, sitting on the floor, quiet as a little mouse, just scrubbing the corners. And then my phone went off, which usually happens, you know, if you've got an iPhone, when you listen to a podcast or music, your phone goes quiet when someone texts you. So I looked up thinking that I was getting a text off, like Kay or Chris or someone. And it wasn't. The phone screen was black. And it was like, if you've got an iPhone, you hold down the home button and you can ask Siri a question. Like, Siri, what's the weather going to be like today? Siri, can you tell me what my calendar is today? Or something like that, and Siri will answer. So it was like, that had happened, but on the screen was just written, hey there. And Siri was working to find an answer for, or a retort for, hey there. Now, I didn't say a word. There was no one in the market. It was like 10:30 in the morning. The market was still really, really quiet. So who knows how that happened? And then instantly after that, the door opened. I had a customer try to get in, he just couldn't get in.
But that happens a lot in here as well,
yeah,
doesn't it? So our doors like got like a latch on it,
yeah,
isn't it? And And because it's a bit colder, we keep the doors shut with like an open sign on the back, and we'll latch the door so that people can still get in. And if it comes off the latch, you hear a massive loud click.
Yeah.
But to get it off the latch, you've got to pull I'm looking at it now. You've got to pull the thing out and like lock it down.
Listen, I'll do it for you.
Yeah.
Open. That's the noise that it makes when it locks itself.
And it does lock itself very often. Always from where in the shop as well, doesn't it?
And we never hear it. Like, that is a loud noise. You will hear that reverberate around the shop. But when it locks itself, we don't hear that noise. It doesn't do that. It's like silently locking itself.
I think another spooky thing in here is in the women's toilets. We've heard the cleaners have said before that like people have seen like people going in, or like there's people being in the cubicles and there's been nobody there or whatever. But what we've noticed, it's really bizarre. The toilets are just for staff only, so you need a key to get in them. Like the public don't go in, and literally like 9 times out of 10 you'll go in, and the second cubicle along has the door locked and there's nobody in. And it's not like there's not a problem with the toilet. They're not locking it off for any particular reason. And
it's got to be hard because it's one of those ones where you obviously
have to like
you lock it from the inside. And there's never. It's always that same toilet and there's never anyone in it.
Yeah.
It's really weird. It's so spooky.
Another spooky thing that happened recently. It's really weird things are happening recently, but I think possibly it's because they've been doing lots of work on all of the doorways. And people say that like can increase activity or disturb the spirits or whatever. So yeah, anyway, I'm doing the most useless pumpkin here, so I'm not really paying attention. Oh, look at yours, he looks awesome. Woo! Mine's just going to be just triangles. Anyway, so they've been doing work on the doors and like weird stuff's been happening since then. But me and Katie, we buy our sugar for the shop in 25 kilogram bags. So I haven't got one. Oh, I've got a half empty one to show you. I'll show you how big they
just
are.
came to the bottom of one today, but
So
imagine that full,
right,
big,
and then falling that they go like really wide and you can't lift them off the floor.
Yeah.
I'd been in on a Tuesday and I'd had a delivery, and all I did was I just dragged the sugar around and we'll keep it next to the oven, like stood upright, and it was still like shut and everything, so I hadn't had to use it. And then on Wednesday, Katie came in and I wasn't in, and the bag of sugar, the 25 kilo bag of sugar that you can't just push it over to get it to lie down. You have to leave it over.
It's bottom, like once you plonk it on the floor, it kind of settles itself out, and it's like bottom heavy.
Then Katie came in, and the sugar had been like pulled out, twisted round, and was lying flat on the floor. Which there's just no way. That's so weird.
We would put it
that can happen.
We would put it on the floor facing this way into the room, and I found it facing that way on the floor. It was really weird.
Yeah, that is really.
And I was like, why would Kay place this so precariously when it's sugar? It's slippery, but then I was like, Kay wouldn't do that.
No, I wouldn't.
So instantly I was like, oh, someone's been in the shop. But yeah, it's just a bit weird. It's like it's super, super heavy. So it's I never have to charge my phone when I'm in here. Well, I never used to. I would plug it in every night before I go to bed. But recently, I'm having it runs out of battery so quickly, and it's not a gradual thing. It's a total sudden thing. All of a sudden, I've had to start charging my phone in here. If I don't have it on charge, the battery just dies instantly. It's so strange.
So creepy.
Very creepy. But I mean, this market's got a lot of kind of grisly, spooky pasts. I mean, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but right now we're stood on one of the oldest air raid shelters. It's directly under our feet. If you come into the Grainger market, you'll be able to see the trapdoors which allow you to go down there. It's underneath Michael Fagan's flower store. It's like a big metal trapdoor in the floor. If you come on a Heritage Day, it does have it open, you can peer down, but you can't go down. But we've been down, like I said, we did a ghost kind of tour thing here, and then they let us go down. It's just kind of winding black tunnels with bricked up doorways that lead nowhere.
Yeah, I thought it would be like a big open space,
Yeah,
but
me
it's
too.
not. It's all little corridors, and there's still like people's shoes down there, and all the
there's, like,
benches that people need to sit on. It's really cool. It's a shame like they don't do tours or anything of it.
Yeah, they really should. Like the Victoria tunnels, they should definitely do things like that.
Yeah, we
It's really interesting down there.
Yeah.
It's spooky.
Opposite the market where Wilkinson's is, there's a street called, well, the whole street's called Nun Street, and it's called Nun Street because there used to be a big nunnery there. So if it's ever late at night and you're in the Grainger market, watch out for those spooky nuns
floating around. It is like super, especially this time of year. Obviously, it comes in dark a lot earlier.
Yeah.
Like it's fine when it's broad daylight, but when there's no one around, I think if you leave it about 7:30, which is when we have to be out of the market, all the cleaners are finished, sorted out, so it is just a ghost town. There's no one there. We have to find there's only one door that we can get out of, and there'll just be me and Kay walking through the market. It's so spooky.
It's spooky.
It's a really cool place to be. I know it's weird, it's really fun. I love being in the market. The boys' toilets are in the top corner, and one of the cleaners told us, I can't remember who it was, I think it might have been Dave, that he was working late that night. He saw someone go and he was like, mate, you're going to have to be out like soon because the market's closed. We need to lock the toilets, we need to clean them down, blah, blah, blah. So the guy was like, yeah, don't worry, I won't be long. Went into the toilets, and Dave was stood outside for a while. Guy didn't come out. So eventually, he's like, I'm going to have to go in and like hurry him along.
I don't know this story.
Yeah, he said I had to go in and hurry him along, and there was no one there.
I think I'm done. Are you done?
I think I'm done.
Hey! Hey! So there you go. Woohoo! All done. So we'll put our pumpkins in the window and scare off any evil spirits that might be lurking in the market.
Hopefully the door will stay open.
Oh yeah! And if any of you have any scary stories about the Grainger market or the surrounding areas, make sure you come in
Anything
and
that's
tell us.
happened, yeah, do please come in and tell us.
Yeah.
We love hearing about
We'll love stuff like that.
It's so
Everybody
fun.
go and subscribe to
Real
Ghost Stories
Online.
Online. Honestly, it's so much fun. It's
so
really
good.
good. It's dead spooky for Halloween,
It is,
isn't it?
it's really
loads of
good.
fun. So we'll see you next
I
time.
know, maybe see you next time. Like this video and subscribe to our channel.
Yay!